Hi, I'm Cindy Jowers, a believer in Jesus Christ who struggles with depression and alcohol abuse. After high school graduation at the ripe age of 18, I married a young man just to get away from home. We moved to Kentucky to be around his family, and what a mistake that became to be. It did not take long before he became unfaithful and physically abusive. During this time is when I had my first experience with alcohol. After a couple of years, I realized I needed to leave this relationship before it killed me. Unfortunately, I felt my only option was to return back home. Still at this time, I thought my drinking was just social, and I was fighting depression. When my second husband and I married, he had 2 young boys. 2 months after we were married, the boys came to live with us permanently. The boys became such a joy to me. I stopped working to be a homemaker. I thought I was going to be Donna Reed. We had been married for a couple years when we attended a dinner party of a friend. I ran into my old 10th grade math teacher, and we talked about life since 10th grade. On the way home that evening, my husband accused me of being over-friendly with my old math teacher. I must have told him how silly he was being, and that did not sit well with him because he then proceeded to strike me hard across the face. He might as well have stabbed me in the heart with a knife. That one blow would be the end of our marriage, the downfall of our marriage. I put up walls so high that they would never come down. But because my 2 stepsons, whom I love dearly, I stayed in the relationship for another 7 years. During this time is when I started drinking heavily. I was no longer a social drinker. I wanted something to kill the pain. It was not that I drank every day, but when I did drink, I would drink myself into an alcoholic blackout. My eyes would be open and my mouth would be going, but I was not there. And the next day, I would not remember anything I had said or done. One day, Steve and I attended a wedding with friends. Before the wedding, we were drinking and taking drugs. I thought, if this is what it takes to be with this person, I do not want to be here. But I did not want to leave the relationship because it would be losing my stepsons, because I did not have any custody rights. But about a year later, in 1980, I left that relationship. I would like to say my partying came to an end, but because I had not dealt with the past issues of my childhood, I still chose to drink to relieve the pain. It would take another 5 years for me to seek professional help for my depression and drinking problem. I remember one night after drinking too much, I fell on the bathroom floor asking God to help me stop my drinking. I was tired of feeling and acting the way I was. What most people don't realize is that alcohol just worsens the feeling of depression. In 1995, I was hospitalized twice for what they call a conversion reaction. The whole left side of my body went numb. I called 911 thinking I was having a stroke. After running all the necessary tests, a doctor said I was having a conversion reaction. My body was acting physically to my mental pain. I was on the verge of having a nervous breakdown. I had not completely let God take over my life. I was still holding on to some of my past hurts. In 1999, my life started to change. I started attending church again. I chose a very large church so I could just sit in the pew and listen to God's word and pray. One Sunday, I did go down front and rededicate my life to God. My brother would come to visit often during this time. We would sit on my front porch, read the Bible together. He would pray for me, and we would pray together. I finally understood the power of God's word. I know now that during all my struggles in life, God has never left my side. A lot of the time, he was carrying me across the sand. 1 Peter 5:7 says, "Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you."